Friendos, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Matt. We are back with some more Marvel Future Fight, and we're back to our regularly scheduled weekly roundups. So yeah, there has been a lot going on this week with the anniversary update. Mostly good. Some bits have not been spoken about as much, namely the actual update part of the update in terms of the uniforms. But you know, new game mode, everyone seems to be pretty positive about. The events have been really awesome. And as we just go in and our inventory is full. Now, you know why our inventory is full? It's because, as you can see, our energy is way down because we spent all of last night going through and auto-running dispatch to get those damn Crescent masks. I can't even remember the real name of the mask. Dan B, Dan Me, Ban He, Ban Me, whatever it is. We went and we got them all. Yeah, Dan B masks. So we managed to get ourselves a premium tier 3 premium character selector. We're gonna get that in a second. I suppose we better just quickly get rid of some crap though, so that we actually have room. So let's just sell all the 1 to 5 stars because we never use those. Okay, so now we have some room in our inventory. So yeah, the actual premium character selector is very nice. So we can grab that now. And who are we actually going to get? I know I went through this the other day when I was saying about who you should and shouldn't get. Ooh, very nice. Take that. For me, I'm not going to get US Agent. Obviously, we do get him. A lot of the other characters I've managed to already collect, so we're already looking at ones that we don't have, which is namely Echo, who we don't have, but I don't really see her having much of a future. Definitely not in the MCU. And so I don't think she's going to get too much in terms of future updates, which only really leaves Jubilee and Dazzler. Now I do think that Dazzler is what most people would pick because she's a great support. Where is she? There, Dazzler. But again, I'm not sure how much future use there is going to be for her. Jubilee, I still think the X-Men 97 update is coming. It's a tough one. It's tough trying to choose between the two. Or I could just actually go with Spider-Woman because I've always said that I've been a massive Spider-Woman fan. But I don't actually own her yet. Decisions. See, this is when you know that there aren't actually any good characters worth actually collecting here that you can't get by any other means. Obviously, if you don't have any of these characters, there are probably some better options here. But like I say, between the dispatch missions and the legendary battles, you can farm a lot of these characters, or at least get them for crystals. So anyway, let's not worry too much about that. We are going to worry about today is actually getting ourselves a tier 4 character. Now, unfortunately, Yelena, despite her new uniform for Thunderbolts, and despite the fact that she is the lead character of the movie, just like Falcon before her in the previous movie, she still really has no place in game, which is a shame. It really is a shame. Red Guardian, even though he's not such a big character in the game, they've given him a tier 4, and I still don't really think he's worthy of it either. I feel that they're just like giving it to characters who are just in the MCU films, but don't really necessarily deserve it. So we're actually going to go ahead and do Beta Ray Bill. The reason why is because he's a strong character in his own right for DPS. If you have used up, say, Odin and Thor, but he's also a very good support character for the likes of Odin or Thor or Ghost Rider because of his passive. So we're just going to go ahead. As you can see, we've got plenty of tier 4 materials nowadays, thanks to a combination of different events and different game modes now. So we are in that point, just like with CCF, you know, where we have reached a point of equilibrium, and so we can afford to just now start just tier 4ing characters whenever we feel like it. And that's not going to say I'm going to go absolutely bonkers and just do 3 or 4 characters. I do think both Taskmaster and Ghost, we know, are getting uniforms. I expect 1 or 2 of them to be getting the tier 4s as well. So yeah, we shall wait and see how good they are, because if one of those is a really handy support character, or both of them, then we may want to invest in those too. But again, I'm expecting them to stay in their current class, so combat and speed. So this is another reason why we're choosing Beta Ray Bill at the moment, because he's a universal character. So that was not too expensive in terms of materials. It could have been better, but it could have also been worse. Life Seed, we just got so much Life Seed. We only ever really use it for upgrading skills, which is pointless, as we all know. This 6 to 10 is just the biggest joke in the whole tier 4. It's the biggest scam of the whole tier 4 sector, because it gives you nothing. It literally gives you nothing. Upgrading a skill from 1 to 6, we know that can make a bit of a difference, but from 6 to 10, it literally just makes zero difference at all. Okay, so we were at 17,000, we're down to 14, we're going to get rid of another almost 2 here, so it cost us 5,000. Admittedly, one of the gears was already done. I can't remember when I did that, but again, not too expensive. And we have ourselves a new tier 4 to complete that triumvirate. And there we go, so it gets a nice boost. Wow, you didn't get much of a boost to your character level, do you? By taking a character to tier 4. I think you get more of the boost from going from tier 1 to tier 2 than from tier 3 to tier 4. That's crazy. Okay, so Vengeance of One's Kind. Very nice. Let's pick up some of our gold back, even though it costs 7.5 mil. So there we go. A brand new tier 4 striker skill. Who have we got? Yeah, I expect Thor and Odin to be the main characters. Yeah, but they're in use. Oh, do you know what? It doesn't really matter. Let's just chuck Moon Knight on him for now. Right, that is that done and out of the way. So what is left? As you can see, timeline quest, we are trundling along. It's kind of frustrating this time, even though it's just an hour, they have increased how long the actual timeline quest is. So don't be thinking that you have more time to do this, because yeah, in a way technically you do, because we're getting more tokens, but the downside is that there are now 4 missions, and as you can see, the first 2 I did it in order. So I did Wolverine first, then I did Hawkeye second, and then I did Iron Man, and then once you've picked Iron Man's, you have to go through 2 sectors here. As you can see, you have to go through an upper path for Iron Man, which we've done, and then, which goes on for a lot longer than the first 2, and then you have to go through the 4th path, and I think it's only after that you actually get to the hidden one. So yeah, there's a lot to do, unfortunately. Use 2 million gold. No, you could have asked us before we went and tier 4'd Beta Ray Bill. Oh. But yeah, apart from that, the actual, in terms of the actual game mode itself, it's absolutely fine. But I just think that a lot of people are thinking, oh, I can afford to like skip a day or like skip. No, keep grinding away on that timeline. But I know it's difficult. There's a lot going on, and obviously we still have all our daily content to be doing as well. And speaking of daily content, if you are using this content status board, you will notice Team Battle Arena is marked as completed. However, when it was full entries, 10 out of 10, as you can see, like Timeline Battle here, 10 out of 10 entries still to do, it was not showing up on this board. And I did go in and I did double check that I had it clicked, as in, yes, I want it to show up, and applied it, and it wasn't showing up here, even though I still had the full 10 entries. Okay, so just make sure you are going in. Now, I haven't been refreshing, so obviously I'm miles down compared to the likes of the top competitors. So yeah, obviously, look at Cynic Alex there in the top 10. That makes a change for him. He's usually not, well, I'm not going to say he's not competitive, because he obviously is, but he's not usually in the top 10 for the likes of Timeline Battle, etc., because he's not normally as sweaty as some of those people who really go full on crazy in it. So yeah, obviously you can refill your entries, especially when there's a crystal spending event going on. That may not be the worst idea in the world. It's not for me though. But yeah, just to keep in mind that if you're using the content board, make sure that you do have it checked off, and even if you do, just make sure that you are still completing your entries. I don't know if that's just a glitch, if it's just me who's been suffering with that, if other people have as well, but I just thought I wanted to bring it to people's attention just in case, because obviously you're leaving a lot of tokens and rewards on the board. If you're not doing your full entries, obviously your tier 4 materials, yes, but also a monthly CTP, I'd imagine, or a monthly Odin's Blessing, you know, whichever one you're going to be going for. So that was all I wanted to mention on that, and that is pretty much it for this week. I'm going to wait until the mid-month before I do my usual artifact pulling. I think just in case we get something really juicy for Ghost, then I'm just going to wait and hold on until that turns up, because I'm still kind of expecting to get some kind of support for them, him, her, it, depending on what iteration of Ghost we get. And that'll do. So yeah, let me know how you guys are getting on with all the new events that are happening in game, what you're enjoying, what you're not enjoying, if you're making use of the Agent Training Center, or if you're still struggling. Like I say, use the request a friend feature in the forums. That is definitely the way to go. Get yourselves filled up. I've still got a couple of slots looking to go, so there's always that if you need someone. If we actually go into the forums, I'll show you here. You can see on the main thing right underneath general, you've got request friends. So if you're having trouble, then, you know, go in there, pop your name, pop your code down, and hopefully you'll be able to find some people who will help you fill out so you can get your hands on those juicy rewards. And there we go. Until next time, take care, and I'll catch you guys later on. Bye for now.
We await your return, warrior.